a black op that's going on here. I've been listening to your show and others all morning. This is pure Goebellian propaganda. Repeat a lie often enough, and some people might believe it. I was in Liverpool.
Goebellian propaganda. We just mentioned Luciana Berger. I mean, do you think it's entirely appropriate to talk about Goebellian propaganda, where we've got a Jewish Labour MP leaving because of anti-Semitism?
Yeah. Well, I don't believe she's leaving because of anti-Semitism. I believe you want people to believe that, and the Goebbels is you, and the Times, and the other organs that are pumping out this foul slander against the Labour Party, knowing that it's untrue. The Wavertree Labour Party has a Jewish chair. Luciana Berger was 3 times elected as a Labour MP in Liverpool Wavertree. That doesn't sound like anti-Semitism to me. Anti-Semitism is less now than it was when Miliband was the leader, a Jewish leader. There was more anti-Semitism, according to the statistics of Jewish organizations themselves. So it's all a lie. Corbyn is not anti-Semitic, not a fibre, not an atom, not a molecule of his mind or body could be so described. That is the Goebellian lie.
He's trying to arrange another investigation, maybe. Activist.
They discuss paying for influential MPs to take a government-run tour of Israel.
What happened with the names that we put into the embassy?
And just now got the money. It's more than £1 million. It's a lot of money. And then, and now I got the money. So from Israel. So it's not physical. Yeah, it's improvement. And then,
I didn't think you had it in your bag.
The government of Israel has already budget allocated to various ministries which can use it as they like to bring foreign delegations to Israel. It's part of the information campaign, you may call it propaganda campaign.
The deputy Israeli ambassador to the UK arrives at the stall and is introduced to our undercover reporter.
This is Robin, is volunteering now in the LFI to bring young people to do young LFI.
And he's a young baby as well.
And young Fagan as well.
I hope that doesn't mean you're getting rid of us older ones.
Oh, no, it's not older. Would you like oh, sorry,
Shai networked with pro-Israel labor activists. He offered assistance to the Jewish Leadership Council, an influential umbrella group of Jewish organizations in Britain.
Difficult Moments woman who told us that anti-Semitism, was being concocted to crush Corbyn. That is what she said. And I think people, like, if we're not getting it out there.
Yeah.
But is that anti-Semitic, guys? I don't know, like...
That's bizarre. I don't know where my line is anymore.
And when does lobbying become espionage?
Can I give you some MPs that you suggest you would take down?
Well, if you look hard enough, I'm sure that there is something that they're trying to hide.
But it's also worrying how such a pathetic evidence can be used to intimidate Jeremy Corbyn into establishing an inquiry commission, in making daily confessions that he's not anti-Semitic, and so on.
That is, I think, going to be the defining narrative, actually, now, which is anti-Semitism.
Our general point that Jews are not Zionists and Zionists are not Jews. The Zionist state does not represent Torah through Jews. It is against, its existence is against the Torah, against Jewish law.
No, the Zionists have the power, and the media have the power. And we haven't got nothing. We have only one thing we have got on our side.
Zionism
Palestinian is no way. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Israel will not surrender.
You have the Star of David tattooed on your face.
I'm trying to keep it as kosher as I can, you know.
What do you make of the Orthodox Jews?
I feel that every person has a right to express himself. Seeing the Orthodox community coming here to explain their destruction of the State of Israel. At the end of the day, they are traitors, and I don't see truth, I see lies.
I mean, when you look, who is the real Jew? Look of me and look of him. He don't look as a Jew at all. He don't keep the Shabbos. He have no problem with Shabbos like I have. He don't walk to the protest 3 hours. He just coming by the car and park it in the side. And he say, oh, I'm a religion Jew.
The Star of David tattooed on your face.
I'm trying to keep it as kosher as I can.
Usually, if we're making a fire, we're banning the Israeli flag and banning the Israeli movement to show the State of Israel can't speak in the name of Jewish people.
You can now we can flag.
Ashemi, hoya, hoya. Velayone, avode, imit. Oy beshil toina koifret, ainone makire, ainone makire.
There are people who do feel that you are legitimizing violence by burning flags and who will also really take offense.
It is violent only if it brings violence. It's only a symbol to show total opposition, especially for our youth, to show them this goes in deep into their heart. If we are not enjoying fighting, and of course we are not enjoying burning a flag, but this is, we do what we have to do, we do what's our duty.
At the time, Jackie Walker was Momentum's vice chair. She believes that reports of a crisis of anti-Semitism were a consequence of the same ruthless party infighting.
Some of us would say it was mostly a constructed crisis for political ends. I would say there is a crisis of the way that anti-Semitism is being manipulated and being used by certain parts of not just the Labour Party, but other parties and the media to discredit Jeremy Corbyn and a number of his supporters. I mean, let's disagree politically. I'm anti-Zionist, they are pro-Zionist. Let's have that argument. Let's have that argument, not this that's going on at the moment, no.
It's a lesson in a way to the world. It's a lesson for the world that how the fascism are joining ranks with Israel, which is also a fascist state, and you know, this is a good lesson.
It strikes me that this is a sort of job which the intelligence services should do, to have a good look at what's going on, what's going on.
Black op.
Our general point that Jews are not Zionists and Zionists are not Jews.
So the Zionists have the power and the media have the power.
Black op.
A constructed crisis for political ends,
I mean, when you look, who is the real Jew? Look of me and look of him. He don't look as a Jew at all.